The school is different because you learn exactly what you're gonna use in life later.
My favorite class is English. We've been learning about the Renaissance, and that really inspires me, about Leonardo da Vinci.
Just so different, but in a good way. I feel like I know more than I would have at a different school.
It feels like more you know everyone in your class and you're good friends with most of them, so it's a good learning environment. You get all the help you need. Yeah.
I feel that Waldorf education really meets the older child in a way that is so special. The junior high curriculum in Waldorf is so rich, academically and with the phenomenological approach, which is experience-based. It meets them in their thinking life, and with the feeling and the willing wrapped into that, they get the whole package.
Well, I really enjoy it. It's really hands-on, and you get to do a lot of stuff that is more out in nature and stuff. It's really great, and you also get to do a lot of cool stuff that you would do in a regular school. There's a big band program, and we get to learn lots of cool instruments, and there's a ukulele band, also a choir, and then we learn recorders as well, so there's lots of music opportunities.
You don't want it to just be one solid block.
Then there's art. The art is really good. We've done a lot of cool things, and we do lots of handwork and stuff, which is cool.
Developmentally, we find that Waldorf curriculum is special because it is designed to meet the child where they are. For example, in grade 8, when the child is really starting to say, I'm my own person, and there's that sense of revolution, an internal individual revolution that's happening for the teenager as they turn their face towards adulthood. It's right there for them in the curriculum. They study the Renaissance and Reformation.
I like this school because it is super artsy, and I'm a huge arts fan. We have a great curriculum here.
School is different from public schools because there's no iPads, no computers, no smart boards, none of that.
Not very much technology is good because you can concentrate better and there's less distractions, and I feel it helps.
In Waldorf education throughout the grades and in junior high as well, there's a real focus on teaching children how to use tools because, as we all know, tools change. I mean, the important thing is that the child has a formed mind so that they could use any tool. What is important is that just like when a child learns math, they're able to actually understand the concepts in math. It's different when a child learns how to use a calculator. If the child no longer has the calculator, have they fully understood the processes that the calculator was replicating? Can they do simple math without a calculator? And that's what we're doing in Waldorf on a broad scale. When we do so many of these hands-on projects, what we're trying to ensure is that children can actually use a variety of different mediums to create what they need to create in life. So if 20 years from now there's a completely different kind of technology that is in use throughout the world, that they're actually able to, to use it, but they still have those basic hands-on skills that allow them to create what they need to create.
In grade 9, the curriculum turns its face really to prepare the student for moving out of the Waldorf school and into a regular school program because there isn't a Waldorf high school in Alberta. So we do all the pieces of the Alberta curriculum to prepare the student well for their transition, and they're going to get it in a Waldorf way. Even though we're a small school, we have great field trips, camping field trips for the whole class as part of the start of the year. In grade 9, they'll be looking forward to a 3-day canoe trip as part of their graduation, almost like an initiation of being able to be more independent.
My experience in a mainstream junior high is I went and teachers weren't nearly as patient, and people were very sarcastic. I think that the teachers here are absolutely fantastic because they're just so patient.
There's a real sense here of being well held specifically by the way that the teacher stays with the class for many years. There is a concerted effort to have the relationship between the teacher and the student really be grown and developed over time. And we know that relationship is the key to learning. If they feel that they're seen and they're heard and they're a part of something, they will show you so much of what they can do and who they are.
The thing that excites me the most in this school is when I see a new child come to this school and I see that we were able to meet their needs. There was a situation that they were in that wasn't ideal or wasn't working out for them, and that with what we are able to provide, we change something for them, because that's very special.
The question is, from parents looking to our programs, is how will my child do in this sort of a situation? And I think what we find when students come to Waldorf is that they meet a very warm and fulfilling community that supports them. If they've been struggling with making connections in their own school, they have an easier time finding their place here.
The child kind of gets it right away. I mean, there might be certain things that they haven't done before, there might be a lot more singing than they were used to, but it's kind of like they can relax, and there's a sense, so they don't quite say it, it's like, they get me, this is interesting stuff. There's a degree of the stress and pressure that goes out because they are not having to be someone they're not. They are able to work on things that they are really interested in a genuinely caring environment.
One of the things that Waldorf education is so great at is building capacity for imagination, creativity, and divergent thinkers. Universities and employers know that they can train certain qualities in people through in-services and education, but they can't train divergent thinkers and creative thinkers to be that if they're not that. And that's one thing that we really focus on here at Waldorf Education, is giving the students opportunity to have their own thoughts and to come to things on their own so that they are their own, as well as many experiences that'll carry them forward into their lives in really deep ways.
After high school, I want to go to university and then on to law school and then become a lawyer.
After high school, I'm hoping to be like an engineer or something like that.
I want to be a lawyer or a nuclear engineer.
This school is preparing me very well.
The WISE has prepared me for moving forward in my life.
I just really enjoy going to the WISE because you feel that this school just inspires you to do what you like. It's fun to learn.
I think that the junior high here is really preparing children for anything. Not just what is now, but for anything and for everything. What has been, what is, what will be, it's preparing children for life.